Okay, there we go. So everybody sees the white screen. Hello, everybody. This is the Mardox live chat for November 24th, 2015. And tonight's going to be a big night as we're going to talk about quite a few things. My name is Nelson Buck, as many of you already know. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm going to be the narrator here and managing the hustle and bustle between all five of these awesome people that we deal with in our business. Tonight's meeting, we're going to just a second. We're doing it again, just like last meeting. Just 1 second. There we go. Anybody else has a web page open? Close the web page. We're all good.
Yeah, I haven't got a web page yet.
What about you, John? You're good.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, good. Okay, let's do this
closed
again.
all mine.
Okay, so tonight's topics, we're going to talk about the big changes going on with the credits and the cash earnings. There's a lot of changes going on. We're getting rid of the credit system at Mardox, and there's going to be we're converting everything over to money-based systems. We're going to Bob is going to talk to you about the bonuses at Mardox. There's some big bonuses coming, and hopefully he'll have enough time to talk about that. And John Jakuki is going to talk to us about the new system we're putting in place to follow up one-on-one with every new person signing up at Mardox.com. Meaning everybody who signs up, whether you're a free member or a paid member, anyone who signs up underneath you, there's going to be an actual human being in place to try to make contact with those new signups. So John Jakuki is going to talk to you about that. Tonight's hosts were obviously it's John Jakuki, like I said. There's Bob Raisbeck from Australia. There's myself, Nelson Buck. I'm in Quebec, Canada. And then we have two guests with us who are going to do some commentary. They're two good members. Lynn Ronald, who currently is in New Zealand, but normally connects with us from Cancun. He's on vacation. I believe he went to a wedding, I believe. And Hedley Martin, who is in Jamaica, the land of the good music. So I'm going to start off with talking about the credits and the cash system. I'm just going to do a quick overview. Let's start with this. In the last video, the last recording, there was mention that we're getting rid of the credits, and because of that, many of our members have said that they don't like the idea of getting rid of the credits. Unfortunately, we asked for comments and input, but it wasn't, I maybe came across wrong in the last video. We weren't asking for comments relative to should we get rid of the credits or not, rather looking for your input if you had any ideas on how we could better the system. I guess what I'm trying to say is the credits are going one way or the other. They're just going to disappear. The benefits behind getting rid of the credits is all the services at Mardox are going to start making you real cash. The reason why we got rid of the credits is because there's not enough service or product at the Mardox site for you to spend your credits on. So as the developers, the five of us, or at least the three of us, John Jakuki, Bob, and myself, discussed was we feel that people would rather have money in their pockets as earnings rather than credits on a website that they can't spend anywhere other than on our website. So, just to clear up from the last video, I believe it was for November. What was that? What was the date for November? November 18th, I believe, the last one. And just to clear up, the credits are disappearing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and you're gonna start running the same services. There's gonna be no change in the way the services work, just that instead of earning credits, you're gonna earn cash. So with that said, does anybody want to add their thoughts to that topic?
What about we, excuse me, Nelson, Bob here from Australia. What about we introduce ourselves to the people?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll start off. I'm Bob Raisbeck from beautiful Brisbane, Australia, sunny Queensland, and I live in, as I said, I live in Queensland, and I part of the team, TEAM. There's no I in team, and I'm part of the team of Mardox. And I look forward to talking to you later about the revolution that's coming.
Yeah, massive revolution. Go ahead, John. Introduce yourself to these people. I forgot to let everybody introduce themselves.
Hello there, John Gichuki. I'm in Portland, Oregon, United States. And yeah, I'm part of the team here, and I'm excited. This is our second live chat, and I'm excited and all geared up to um, disclose to you a very powerful live follow-up system. And you will agree with me that this is going to be a bombshell. So looking forward to talking to you later.
So everybody put on your hard hats before John gets his way, because it's going to blow up. Okay, Headley, go ahead and introduce yourself, since you're one of the visitors.
Hi everyone, my name is Hedley Martin from Kingston, Jamaica, and I'm a part of Mardox team, looking forward to future success with an amazing company and leaders.
Yeah, amazing is right. I mean, I'd rather use the word awesome, but amazing is another good adjective to describe the website. That's for sure. And then we have Lynn Ronald here in New Zealand. Go ahead, Lynn.
Yes, hey guys, can you hear me?
Perfectly fine.
Okay. I'm Cancun in Mexico, and very happy to be part of the team. This is a new development, which we hope that everybody will take advantage of, because it's going to make a huge difference to your business. And I look forward to letting you know as much as possible about it. So I'll leave that to the Mardox crew, the head office crew. So go ahead and keep conducting this meeting, guys. I'm all ears and I'm ready here.
Okay, good. Thanks a lot there, Lynn. Okay, Bob, I'm going to put you up on the screen here. Go ahead and give your insights of what you think about the credits and cash earnings. Not necessarily the topic of your talk, but what I just mentioned about the credits issue. What do you feel about the credits being taken away?
Oh, I think it's great. I've been a member now for about 7 months, and my credits have been accumulating, and I'm saying, where can I spend them on? I've tried to catch up with them and use them as much as I can on the site, but you get so many of them, you just can't. So we had to come up with a new system, and the new system is a paid system, and you'll hear all about that later.
Anybody else have any thoughts on that one?
No.
John?
Sounds good.
It sounds good to you? Okay, cool. No problems. Brief overview of what's going to happen. I'll give you guys an example here. The banner rotation at Mardox. Currently, if you put the banner ads on your website using the Mardox banner code, and I can actually bring that up here. Actually, I'll bring it up in a second. I'll show you guys.
I'm still on camera, Nelson.
Oh, you're on camera. It's not me. Oh, hold on a second here. Let's correct that. There we go. Okay, and just let me bring up a
just a minute, people. We don't show his face. We just show that he just puts the cards up and then talks. We couldn't show his face.
No. That's the thing. Apparently, the FCC doesn't want me to show my face. I mean, this is my view of my office space here at home. I have a security camera set up in my office that looks down on my workstation, and this is basically what you see is my cup, my keyboard, monitors, and last video, YouTube and the FCC threatened to shut me down if I ever show my face on camera again.
That's enough.
Yeah, close enough. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm getting used to this whole system, so just bear with me a second here. Just got to figure out all the ins and outs. This is the one I want here. Okay, so the Mardox website, if I go into services, and under banner rotation here, this is an example, everybody can see this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all full. I'm hoping this is all full screen. Present to everyone. There we go. That's better. Now everybody can see it. And over here under banner rotation, it allows you to take this HTML code here and to put this on all your websites. Every website you got, you slap that coding on, and it shows a banner. similar to the ad streak banner that's here, the one where I got my mouse going around here in circles here. For example, this banner coding is on your website. This banner shows up on your website when another person in the world visits your site. It doesn't have to be a Mardox website. It could be any website you have. Like Bob would be golfingwithbigbob.com. Mine would be nelsonbuck.com. Lynn has a website, but I can't remember what it is. What's your website, Lynn?
Softadventures.com, I think.
You think? You think? Okay, so if the banners were to show up, go ahead, Lynn.
Carry on.
Oh, okay.
I'll type it in the text. I'll type it in the text chat.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll put all the websites in the description area below the video later, so everybody can go back and see it. So the banner here would show up on a website when, say, John Doe visits your website. John Doe comes along and says, "Oh, well, yeah, I like this product. I'm going to click on it." So they clicks on it. He goes to the website relative to that banner, but you get the 1 cent for the credit for getting that click for the person who owned that banner, because the banner was on your website. So currently the system works with credits, and all we're doing is we're taking away instead of paying you with credit, we're going to pay you with money. That's all that's changing. You don't have to change the code on your website if you already have it up, if you're already earning with the system. All that's important is that you run the banners on every website you've got as much as possible. The more the better. You know, it's an easy way to make some money. And what you're going to see in about tomorrow is when you go into earnings, you're going to see entries saying earned 1 cent for a banner click, and you might have multiple depending on how much traffic you get to your site. So that's where that's going to benefit. And then under services, there's other like our traffic exchange right here. Same thing. We're going to run this. We're going to run this system. Same thing. You're going to earn credits. You're going to be able to earn and spend your money live on here, or cash out your earnings if you feel that you want to take the money out of your account and have it sent to your PayPal account. It's your money. You do what you want with it from this point on. You're not stuck with having to take points and try to figure out where you're going to spend the points. So it's as simple as that. And also, I want all our members to take the time to give us ideas of other services and products and ideas. Maybe there's not just traffic exchange. Maybe there's another service we can put online that would be a great way for you to earn more cash. You know, just let us know, and we'll be more than happy to put it towards development. The now trying to get back to my previous page here. Just bear with me a second here. I'm going to try to switch over again. Where did I go now? Here we go. Back to the cards. Okay, so we have Bob. Bob, you're going to talk last, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So we got John Jakuki, who is going to talk about the live follow-up system. John, if you're ready, we can give you a few minutes to talk about that. Actually, I know very little about this, what his ideas are, and I'm hoping John can fill us in with all the knowledge we're going to need from this. Go ahead, John.
Okay. So every one of us knows that most affiliate programs, they have what they call an autoresponder. That is, when somebody visits your website, then the system sends emails to follow up. And we all know that follow-up is a very important part of closing a sale, getting people to become paid members. And that's where the money is, right? So, but to have a live contact, to have a live follow-up, like somebody following up through the phone, a live person talking to you, most people out there are scared of the internet, and they just have superficial feelings about the internet, and so even when an email comes, it's not personal. But I've noticed that over the past that I've been doing several businesses, when you pick up the phone to call someone who have visited your website, it makes such a huge difference. like somebody coming to visit your store or coming to visit, coming to your offices. If they have someone to receive them and talk to them, try and find out what they are there for, and to be there for them to make sure that they are finding what they are looking for, that makes a whole difference. It makes a whole lot of difference. So
John Bob here. Can I just add something to that, if I may?
Yeah, please.
Okay. I've known John about 3 years now, and the reason that I know John is that we were in another group. I won't name it, but we're in a group, and I had tried different things and trying to get online, make money, and so forth, like we all do. And John was the first person that rang me and spoke to me personally about the system and what he was introducing. And because of that personal contact, I joined, and we are great mates, and we work together as part of the Mardox team.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing, and I can assure you that Bob being one of them. I mean, there are several people I've worked with all over the world, and as soon as I call them, they go like, "You are the first live person calling me," and because of that, I'm going to do business with you. And so to think that, like there are most businesses, it's quite expensive to be able to provide such a service because the marketers, like you distributors, you would normally, the responsibility is left to you to be able to contact your own contact, to find a way of following up with your own contact. Uh, the bottom line is email contact is not enough. And so introducing a live, like a phone call to the visitors or the free sign up, that will make a huge difference. And I'm excited to let you know that that is an upcoming service in Mardox, whereby we are going to introduce, the system will introduce a live person calling your visitors for you. Now that has a huge value. There is another business I'm associated with, and the membership every month is about $59.95. They are going to introduce a call center where they'll be able to close on the members' behalf. Now, Mardox is about to do this, and you know that the membership fee here is really very, very reasonable. So I'm excited for all of us because I know what it means and the value that it's going to bring. In fact, you want to use that as a selling point and invite people to join this business because Mardox is about to explode. And be sure that you are inside as we leap forward to make the greatest jump that
Like,
we'll ever experience.
I'm going to cut in here, John, if you don't mind for a second. What we're working on, what John is getting at here, and it's no secret what we're doing, is we're using a company here called Twilio. And if you guys can see it all on your screen right now. And Twilio is a phone service, a peer-to-peer phone service that allows us to use the website for phone communications, either one-on-one or connectivity between two people, or even going as far as some of the technology. Here's some of the companies that use Twilio full time. But one of the functions that I love at the site, and I'm still developing it, I'm the one building the programming behind the scenes, is that members will be able to simply have a button on their browser, and if they're allowed to do a call, and if one of us are available to receive calls, all they need to do is click the button, and it calls our cell phones, our Facebook, not Facebook, our Skype account, or whatever we're at our end programmed in. They simply push a button, and it rings our end, and they're in instant contact with us. Now, it's scheduled to be up and running by the 1st of January, but it's really is mind blowing to think that the user on the website won't even need to pick up their phone. If they have a microphone, at least on the computer, they won't even need to pick up a phone and dial a phone number. All they need to do is push a button, and it puts them in contact with us. On top of that, the entire conversation is recorded and archived, so we can always go back and learn from it. Or also, let's face it, also to protect ourselves, because if someone says, "Hey, I was told I was going to get this," to twist stories around or whatnot, at least we'll be able to protect ourselves verbally. But Twilio is the company we're dealing with. It's a you have to pay for the service, but it's a really really good solid platform. It's one of the only ones that exists where they bill you or charge you as you need the service. They don't charge you let's say for example $500 a month, and if you don't use a service, well, tough luck. You only pay for what you need. So we're going to be getting all this set up and going probably for the 1st of January. So we'll keep that in mind. I'm going to go back to you here, John.
Yeah, I think the message is loud and clear, and I cannot overemphasize the idea about personally contacting visitors, and especially those people that have shown an interest and created an account, still may be contemplating becoming paid members. If some live person is able to contact them, then at least they know they are not dealing with a non-human. It's not just a machine or the system, an automatic system, but there is a live person on the other end, and that will make a huge difference in closing your sales.
I agree 100%. It's going to be nuts. And for those of you watching the videos, we are going to be looking for people to help us contact these new members. We're going to be looking for people who are going to be guided under John's supervision to become, let's call it, the closers, the sales closers. So if any of you watching this video are interested in a job offer, I would strongly suggest that you get in contact with us. You can go down to the bottom of the page and click on Help Desk and open a support ticket and just specify that you want to be part of the job offer, because we are going to need people to help John contact these people one-on-one, not just outgoing but incoming calls also. There's going to be a lot of people, a lot of members looking for tech support or wanting to know how to get information. They're going to want to simply click that button and say, get in contact with a client, with a tech support, and so we're going to need human beings at the other end. My goal in the programming side is I don't want any wait time. We deal with a company called softlayer.com for our servers, and what blows my mind is when I call them, I don't think I'm ever on hold for more than 15 seconds before I'm actually talking to a human being. And I think it's the time it takes for the system to connect me to another human. I've never been left on hold for 20, 30 minutes at a time. So my goal, that's what I want. I want every user to have a connectivity with another human being and not be put on hold or told that we'll have to leave a message. So if we can do that, that would be outstanding. What do you think?
That sounds like a great system. Great system, Nelson. Yeah, looking forward to that too. That's new to me, and I'm learning too. So we all learn here. Are we ready to go with me?
Hold on a sec. Hadley, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I really like the concept and the idea of what you're going to implement soon. It's really mind-blowing to hear all that you have just spoke about a while ago, including John. I'm looking forward to this new implementation. I think you'll definitely close more sales and get a lot more persons on board with the human contact.
I think so too. And Hadley is probably going to be one of our test people in a lot of these programs that we're setting up. A lot of the systems we're setting up. I would be surprised if Hadley doesn't want to get participating in this.
I'm up for the challenge.
Oh, good. How about you, Lynn? Any comments on that last topic?
Just that it's a very good idea. Call centers are a proven business model, so that if you can contact people somehow directly, it does introduce any other form. So yes, it's got nothing but positives going for it. And Twilio is a good company. I've worked with them before, so they're a very fine company, no doubt about that.
I worked with them about 2 years ago when I started messing around with them, and I never got to the point where I could get the project off the ground as such. But yeah, they're pretty reliable. I mean, their network is up and running. There's very little downtime, and that's going to be crucial for what we're putting together. Okay. Um, just a second here. Okay, yeah, let's go with Bob here. Bob's going to talk to you about the bonuses. There's a bunch of new bonuses coming up, a lot of financial stuff. And go ahead, Bob. It's all yours. The ball's in your court.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the revolution. Not the French Revolution, but the Mardox Revolution. Mardox is giving you $12 to join this fantastic company. No, you're not hearing things. I said $12 to join as a free member. There's no other service on the net that I know of that pays you to join their service and gives you all these incentives and pays you money into your account. The others, on top of all the other services and incentives, such as you may not know, but you get $4.99 recurring payment every month for all paid members you bring into this group, into Mardox. $4.99 recurring. That means that you get it every month. You don't just get one-time payment, and that goes into your payment wallet, into your payment wallet, and you can draw on that and get it into PayPal anytime you want after $5. So once you've got one member, and also on top of all that, don't forget your 25 cents a day when you sign in. No other groups or sites does this. We are the first to introduce this service. 25 cents every day you log in, and that's a payment that you'll receive as well. So we've also got coming on paid to click, so you can earn more money. There's so many other services, and so be part of the new revolution, the revolution of Mardox, and ask yourself this question: do I need to be here? And the answer is yes, I do.
Very good, very good. I was watching Under Siege with Steven Seagal a couple days ago, and one of the phrases they said in the movie was, "A movement is something that moves a certain distance and stops. A revolution is something that keeps going around and around and around." And I'm saying that because if you look at the Mardox logo, there's a reason why it's a circle, and it literally was planned around this idea that it's something that we're going to be ongoing, it's going to be changing, and it's a revolution. It truly is. We're constantly changing. I want to say something here about what Bob said. There's a 25-cent a day check-in bonus in Mardox. And it came to my attention that one of our members out of Italy is canceling out of the program. And when I went to look at his file and looked at his history on his file, I was dumbfounded to find that he only logged in about once every week to 2 weeks. If this person would log in, and if everybody who's a paid member logs in every single day, you get 25 cents just for logging in. It adds up to over $7 a month in earnings right there alone. You don't have to go any further than that if you don't, if you don't have to. There's no catch. You earn $7 just for logging in. I think Bob, it came to $7.50 or $7.75 in all, depending on the month and how many days.
$7.75, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So, and that's just one of the bonuses. That's just for logging in. And unfortunately, if you're a free member, you don't get that bonus. So you've got to upgrade to a paid membership, which is the $19.95 a month. But you've got to sign in every day, every single day to do it. And it blows my mind how many members don't sign in each day. And when I go back and look at the logs, on average, there's only about 20% of the members doing it, the ones who are paid, and they're only logging in half the time. So they're missing out on half their money. What do you think about that, Bob? I'm gonna be back in just 2 seconds here.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot to add, one thing I forgot to add. So many things to talk about in this session. I forgot to add that if you bring in your first 5 members and you upgrade them, you do not pay another payment at all. I've made money out of Mardox. I don't pay a monthly payment. I make money. And I can show you that I've made not big money. We don't promise $1 million and thousands of dollars, but a good extra money to come into your PayPal every month. And as I said, I make money, I don't pay.
No, that's right. A lot of our paid members, as long as we got 3 people underneath them that are paying, they don't have to pay in each month. We have to do the technical payout if you want money from the earnings into your PayPal account to pay for your membership. We have to physically pay out to your account, and then you can use those funds to pay for your membership. The only service that you cannot pay with your earnings is your membership. There's got to be an actual transaction that was done.
I'm still on camera, Nelson.
So there's that. The $12 that Bob was referring to is that's coming up is from tomorrow on. Anybody who signs up, even as a free member, gets an automatic $12 added to their earnings just for signing up. It's an incentive program that we're putting in place, and it's more driven towards allowing the new members to use the funds on the services at Mardox, and get them used to the idea that and see what we have going on. Because we're getting rid of the credits, they're not going to be able to use the services. So we're going to give them some pennies, some cents, and let them spend it the way they want. So on the flip side of that, something to understand, there are some minimum transactions to withdraw your money to your PayPal account, and for that you got to go into your Mardox account and go look what your minimum payout is, and we have to respect that those minimum payouts. I think paid members, I think you have to have $5 minimum to cash out, so it's not a huge amount, but log into your account and go check that out. Do we want to go into comments and ask what the others want to say?
Yeah, I'd like to hear the comments of Headley first and Lynn, please.
Okay, how about you, Headley?
I would really like to hear more about those incentives. Sounds really interesting, and I think that will also attract more members, because a lot of persons I've come across with, when you bring programs to them and they hear that they have to pay to get started, they sometimes have this little thing saying that why do I have to pay to get started? But the moment you can get them in to actually see what you have, whether or not you're giving them an incentive or it's free to come in, then as long as they get them in, you can properly expose them to this revolutionary system that we actually have and want them to be a part of. So I think it's really good to have those incentives in place. I really agree with what Bob has just presented.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the only thing holding us back right now is we don't have the advertising set up yet. Along with this new $12 incentive program, we're using that to run the ad on YouTube to help bring in more members. And we're actually worried that by putting that on the YouTube advertisements, commercials, that we might actually get a huge, massive influx of people coming in just to get the $12. Not also to mention the money, the incentive, and I want to be really critical about this. The $12 has no strings attached. A person comes in, they join for free. You don't have to jump through any hoops. You don't have to do any surveys. You don't have to click any special sites. You don't have to. This isn't a gimmick. As soon as you log in, as of tomorrow, the 25th of November 2015, when you sign up for free, your earnings is going to say $12 right there. You don't have to do anything to get it. All you have to do is
Yeah.
sign up. It's as simple as
And
that.
don't forget, once you upgrade, you get 25 cents a day as well.
That's it.
On top of it.
That's it. So, and the crucial point to this whole thing was we don't. There's websites out there that'll say they'll give you $50 for joining, but once you get in the site, you've got to do a whole bunch of things before you even get the $50. And by the time you're done, your $50 is the equivalent of you doing 200 hours of work. Because the gimmicks and things that you have to do and earn points and get up a ladder, and then you got to reach a certain level. We said in the team here, we said we don't want to have to do any of that kind of stuff. We want everything to be 100% easy, straightforward, no catches.
Yeah, that's a great point that you just made because person will sometimes have to think that what do I have to do to get this $12? So it's great that you just cleared the air with that because some person normally have like an upsell to get the for them
Yep,
somebody to get the money. So
that's right.
yeah, great that you just clarified that some more so all the listeners
Well,
can.
they do have to do something. They have to do two things. They have to sign up and become a free member. One, two, they have to at least try to succeed. They at least have to try to use the website. If they don't use the money on the services or try to do stuff or watch the videos, if they don't try, they won't succeed. You've got to try. So those are the two stipulations I'm going to say, and I think that should be in our terms and conditions. Two stipulations. You got to be at least a free member, and you have to be willing to try. How about you, John? Any comments?
Yeah, it's powerful. I don't know if you mentioned for a free member, if they become a paid member, then they can withdraw the $12. But if they remain a free member, then there is the minimum is different for free members as opposed to paid members, right?
Right. That's correct. But certain free members have different minimum cash outs. If we take an example, let's say, for example, a $25 minimum cash out or a $50 minimum cash out, depending on your free membership, you'll have to reach that minimum cash out to withdraw the funds directly into cash. But to get over that, it's as simple as becoming a paid member, and your minimum cash out is $5. And what we
Exactly.
mean by minimum cash out, for those of you that don't understand what that is, our system requires that you have a minimum amount of earnings in your account before we will transfer the funds to your PayPal account. And that's just to prevent other free members from abusing the system. In the past, we had people requesting cash outs every day for as little as 20 cents. So we said that free members, it's got to be $50, I believe, or 25. Again, the free membership side, there's different levels, there's different minimums. On the paid membership side, it's standard is $5 across the board.
Awesome. Yeah, otherwise, the other thing I wanted to say was, this is John Gichuki. The other thing I wanted to mention was, as you mentioned about a revolution, something flashed into my mind. A revolution is circular, but more so, I think we would like to term the Mardox revolution as spiral, which is a circle with varying radius. That means it's expanding all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's right.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And
Agreed, agreed, John. No, 100% agreed to that, John.
if we drop it, it'll bounce like a spring.
Yeah.
No, that's a great analogy. That really is great. And yeah, no, you're right. In other words, it's a revolution that's continuing, as opposed to just repeating itself.
Yeah.
And
That's excellent. Now I'm trying to think of a way to get a poster to describe that. I got to get someone to make me a poster of that and put it on my office wall. And in fact, you need it on your wall too, right behind you there, on your right hand side there. It's awful white.
Join Mardox Revolution with the big flag with an M on it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got to be careful with the flags. As ours, if you take the M out and fill it in red, it looks like a Japanese flag. What about you, Lynn?
No, you leave that in.
How about you, Lynn? Do you want to add anything in?
No, I think it's a pretty good idea. I mean, obviously, it's got some pretty rapid results, or it will have very rapid results. The curve goes sort of horizontal for a very short period in time, and then it starts moving up, and then within a very short time it'll be almost vertical, that curve, because the $12 generosity. The interesting issue is to try to find amongst those people who join for that reason, if somehow or another they need to be inspired to stay involved for the longer term. So I think you've got that covered, actually, by virtue of your membership fees. So it's a very good seeding process. I would think it's probably a good idea to mention to people that this would only be available to people if they do get involved with 30 days sort of time scarcity factor for first-time visitors, because first-time visitors may not believe it.
Oh, okay.
They have to go out and have a bit of a...
Okay, so you're saying is a person joins up as a free member, gets the $12, but if they don't do anything for 30 days, then there's a consequence in that sense. So we got to tell them to take action, correct?
Well, yes, more along the lines of a scarcity factor, that your money is available, and this is the account to take some action to inspire them to, so that they just don't sit there and do nothing, because you really want them to take some action. I mean,
yeah.
You're not going to say...
Can I come in here a minute just to back that up? We've got other programs coming on, like Pay to Click and so forth, where they can earn more money. We've got it all covered. Once they come in, they will earn money in this system.
Okay. Well, that's a very good buy.
For sure. It's just Lynn is the one we're going to really have to work hard on getting him some money, because he's always off on his boat, in Cancun and.
Yeah, catching fish doesn't pay much.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. And okay, did we cover everybody so far? I think we did.
About Headley.
Yeah, Headley spoke. Yeah, then it was Jakuki, and then Lynn. Okay. Okay.
Just before you carry on, Nelson, I do have to go. I'm sorry, I've got a call from my daughter, who's a lawyer here.
No problem.
Needs my help, so I'm going to.
Yeah. Okay. No problems. Yeah, because you're cutting out anyways. The internet.
Bye to you all, and I'll catch you again.
Great to catch up with you, Lynn.
Okay, mate. See you later on. Bye bye.
We'll talk later.
Bye.
Okay, so now that we lost Lynn, now we can talk about him nicely. And okay, so on to the next topic. A quick little topic that's not listed here on the site is we've been doing a lot of social marketing for the company, for the image of the company. And one of the there was a conversation about a week ago between me and Bob. And I think John was part of that too. We were talking about credentials, and one of the videos I'm going to do that I'm going to talk about later on is the credentials of somebody or how to determine people's credentials on the internet. And I just want to show you real quick one of the little facts that we have that we worked on over the last week, just doing some social marketing, social promotion, and this blew my mind when I got a person off Fiverr to do social marketing for us, and we just focused on our Twitter account for Mardox. So this is the Mardox Plus Twitter account, and as you can see, there's this is where we have all our posts and information. Like here, like the latest video that was posted is PLR Pay Dirt, the new video series on the website at Mardox. But what blew my mind is in 1 week we brought in 12,600 followers to this Twitter account. So why I'm saying this is I'm getting a lot of members telling me, well, I can't get traffic, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I want to get members to stop saying I can't. There's a lot of people out there who know how to do things. There's a lot of people on, especially Fiverr. I've become a big fan of Fiverr, specifically Fiverr.com. And there's a lot of marketers on there who know their stuff. They know their skills. and if you get in touch with them, they can do a lot of good work. And I mean, we've got 12,000 people now following us, and because of this, when we release tonight's video, there's going to be already 1,000 people watching the video for sure. So it's uh, we've got to get over this thing of we can't. And I don't want to sound negative, but I'm really getting tired of people saying I can't do this, I can't do that, this doesn't work. I'd like to hear people say, how can we do this? Where do I go? And I'd be more than happy to show them, how to do it. But so the truth is, within a week's time, there's 12,000 followers on or on the Mardox Twitter account, and so it can be done. And they're real live visitors, and they're real followers, they're real people that do real tweets, and they've got followers. I've looked into it. It is legit. And so we're going to be doing more social marketing with Facebook and the YouTube channel and all that. So the key point is when you look at your traffic, think of how can I do it. Don't close your mind. Don't tell yourself that the only way to market is the way you're told to do it. Take a step back, look at the different types of marketing, do some research, find out who can do marketing for you. Because I'm an internet marketer, but I can't do everything. Obviously, this person who did this for us on Twitter knows how to promote with Twitter. Another person knows how to promote with YouTube. Lynn Ronald actually is really good at getting stuff seen on YouTube. So look around, look at your options, open your eyes.
He's very good on Google too, Lynn Ronald.
Yeah, Lynn Ronald. Yeah, his forte is Google. Yeah, Google and YouTube. Yeah, and his strength really is in those 2 points. And the same thing. I mean, John Jakuki is good at closing sales. Bob is good at managing. I'm good at programming. No one person can do everything. That's a key point. And you've got to tell yourself that you can't do all the marketing. Sometimes you got to spend $5 to go and get some traffic, or get someone to do some work for you. It's not a sin to pay some money to get something done. But it does cost some money, like advertising. Again, if you go in and just advertise with the free sources, you're going to get essentially the equivalent of free advertising, which is a 0 out of 5, a 1 out of 5 on a scale, where 5 is good and 1 is really bad. If you pay for advertising, you're going to get better advertising. People who pay for it get better exposure, better clicks, better engagement with their ads. So you might want to sit back. Some of our users might want to sit back and think, $5-10 a week for a budget to start with, and go up from there. It takes money to make money, they said.
Can I just add something there? I've got a very, very good saying that I use right throughout my life, and also my internet experiences. What you put in, you get out. If you put a lot in, you get a lot out. If you only put a little in, you'll only get a little out. It's the same with in this company in Mardox. I put a lot in, and I've got a lot out, and I look forward to getting a lot more out of it.
Awesome.
I agree.
Yep. You guys have anything to say? You, John? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, my last statement here is just it just occurred to my mind when you said you're sick and tired of members saying they can't. And there is a slogan that if you think you can, then you can. And if you think you cannot, if you think you can't, then you are right.
That's right.
If you think you can, you can. And if you think you cannot, then you cannot.
I like following the phrase that I caught when I was working in Amway years ago, and what my sponsor in Amway would tell me, coulda, shoulda, woulda, you never did. I could have done it, I should have done it, I would have done it, but I never did it.
Wow.
And that stuck in my head, and I think it's 100% true.
Yeah.
How about you, Headley? Any last thoughts?
Well, as a new and upcoming internet marketer myself, I really value the opinions of Bob and John, especially Mr. Lin, who have went off, and also you who have imparted me on the first day when I started Mardox. Um, I really see this as a learning curve and a step forward in my life, and I really concur with all that you have said because it's really it's factual what you all have said. All of what you have shared is factual, and if you really believe that you can't do something, then you will never accomplish it. So the man who said he can't and the man who said he can, they are both right in the in both aspects. So
That's
I mean,
right.
yeah, it's really the mindset. So if
Mhm.
one doesn't change their mindset, then well, they will just get what they actually put in.
That's
I've
right.
got one to add to it, and it says, I will.
Yeah, I will. That's it.
Yeah,
Just I
I
will.
will.
Bob needs to put that on his wall behind him. I will. Big letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
am. I am doing. I am doing is another one of mine.
Yep. No, it's true. When you wake up in the morning, I don't say what can I do. I say what am I doing? What will I do today? I like the fact that another phrase that I say is I say I get to go to work. I don't have to say in the morning that when I get up, I don't say I got to go to work. I say I get to go to work. And it's true. If you start your day off with a positive attitude, you're going to go very far. You'll get more done with a positive attitude than if you get up in the morning and say, "Oh, I have to do this."
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest problems with people in general is they're not doing what they want to do. They're not happy with what they're in. They're like the sheep, and they're stuck in that rut because they're following what the shepherd says to do and not what they can do. And it's amazing how much potential people have, and they don't use it because they follow what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
And I'll give you an example real quick, and Bob and I have seen it. We put out a video back in February. We brought people in, and I said, well, I'll make a video and I'll show people how to use the resources, which websites to use at Mardox, under the resource menu. And so I made the video, and in the video I said, go to Hitly, sign up to Hitly, promote with that. Go to Traffic Ad Bar, get your site put in there, promote that. And within about 2 weeks' time, Bob and I took a step back and said, wait a minute, we're getting a lot of traffic. All of those members were actually promoting, but then we noticed all the members were promoting in exactly the places I said to go promote in my example. They,
Yeah.
they went to Hitly, they went to Traffic Ad Bar, they went to like a third one, but there was like 20 sites they could use, but they went to the three that I mentioned in the video. So in that example, I was a shepherd, and everybody came in and oh, I'm the sheep. I'm going to do what he says to do. You've got to think outside the box. It's not that hard to do. Take the blinders off and look around and see what else is out there. Play with the system. Bob wouldn't be where he is today, and I wouldn't be where I am today. And John, we wouldn't know John if we didn't look outside the box. Headley, I'm sure, like he says, he's new and up and coming. But Headley right now, at some point in the last couple of months, he opened his eyes and said, "Hey, wait a minute. What is out there, and what can I do?" You see. So it takes time, but you've got to take a step back and say, what can I do? What are my options?
I've actually taken more action outside with all the lessons that I've learned so far from you. I've actually taken a lot of action and I've seen a lot of improvement. I've seen where I have skills set that I can dominate this internet marketing world.
Right.
So with what you have shared in the boot camp, it has showed me my potential.
Oh, that's another thing that disappeared in our website, and I'm getting a lot of complaints about it. We took down the boot camp, and I'm getting people asking me, "Where's the videos for the boot camp?" And I try to tell them that it doesn't apply anymore. They want the boot camp redone, the videos remade.
Well, it was really good. Trust me, it was really good because I guess
Well,
maybe a lot of persons saw something.
Oh,
well, what we'll do is we'll make it available once you get get in as a member, and because we were getting people getting comments at there was too many videos. It was a drawback. They didn't want to go through the hoops. Blah blah blah. We're going to make it optional, and if you want to watch the videos, it's going to be there for your training. and it's going to be part of your training regime if you want it. That's what it's all about.
Actually, you know what we'll do, Bob, is we'll put the 5-day boot camp. We'll bring the videos back. We'll put it under the video section, the training section, and we'll make it available to everybody. It'll be like one of the few free video sets that will be there. It's just, well, I'll have to make a video, an introduction video, telling them that they don't it doesn't 100% apply anymore to the site, but the contents of the videos are still really good. You know, so they can at least use them. You can watch them because it does inspire. It is a good set. I actually blew my mind when I did them.
That's a good training video.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Hey, we're gonna have that back up tomorrow morning. I'll do that tonight. I'm gonna get those videos in the training section. If you guys go down when you first log in, you click on home, and about halfway down the page, there's a series of videos and modules. And there'll be the 5-day boot camp sitting right there. You guys can go back to watching it if you guys want. I mean, you guys, I mean everyone.
Nelson, no sleep for you tonight, man. For us, actually.
Well, I never sleep. I just
we'll be working all night.
Yeah, I just close my eyes and my fingers keep going.
Okay.
That's why the camera's here. But for those of you who don't realize this, I call it a security camera, but
take it back to Mardox.
That camera is so Bob can see what I'm doing. Now my eyes are closed, my fingers just keep going. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now we talked about the other stuff. The next meeting is next Tuesday. It'll be the same thing again. I don't know who's going to be invited in or not. If Headley wants to be back in, I got no problem with that. I think he likes the idea of being on video. I noticed that Headley's got more confidence in the way he talks compared to the first time I spoke with him compared to now. I think he's getting the idea. It's not that hard to do, right, Headley?
No, it's not that hard to do.
You know, it's just casual. It's a bunch of people just get together and just record a video. Okay, so. That was this is the live chat for Mardox live chat for November 24th, 2015, and we thank you all for watching. And this video is going to be on the site for the next week. Have fun. If you guys want to say bye.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great night.
Yeah, I just want to add, if I may. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in Mardox and then becoming fully paid-up members.
Glad to be here. It was really a pleasure.